Ladies and gentlemen, today we're about to uncover three of the most fascinating and exciting treasures hidden in the world of Australian currency. The 1988 Australian Elizabeth II 10-cent coin with no mint mark. This coin, though often overlooked by the general public, has become a shining gem in the eyes of collectors and coin enthusiasts. Its unexpected rarity, historical background, and the rising demand among numismatists have turned it into one of the most valuable 10-cent coins of modern Australia. To understand its true value, we must first take a journey back to the year 1988. This was a landmark year for Australia, marking the nation's bicentenary, 200 years since the arrival of the First Fleet in 1788. Across the country, commemorations, celebrations, and the release of special collectibles captured the spirit of this historic milestone. The Royal Australian Mint was busy producing numerous coin issues to honor this occasion, and among them was the standard 10-cent coin bearing the regal portrait of Queen Elizabeth II on the obverse and the iconic lyrebird on the reverse. Now, the 1988 10-cent coin was intended to be a regular circulation coin, and in most cases, they bore a tiny letter mark, a mint mark or privy mark, depending on whether they were struck at the Royal Australian Mint in Canberra or prepared for coin sets and collector editions. However, there is a small, mysterious batch of these coins that were struck without any mint mark at all. These rare examples slipped through into circulation unnoticed, creating a mystery that would later spark immense interest in the coin collecting community. The absence of the mint mark may seem like a small detail, but in the world of numismatics, it can mean everything. A coin missing its mint mark, especially from a commemorative or special production year, becomes a numismatic anomaly, an error that collectors treasure. And in the case of the 1988 10-cent coin, this mint mark absence made it drastically more rare than the common versions. Over time, collectors began to realize that finding a 1988 10-cent coin with no mint mark was no easy task. They were not officially cataloged in mass circulation lists, and very few made it into people's hands. Many were unaware of its uniqueness and may have spent it without a second thought. That scarcity has elevated its status to one of the most sought-after decimal coins from Australia. What makes this coin even more desirable is its connection to a year filled with Australian pride and national celebration. Owning a piece of 1988, in the form of a rare coin, creates a bridge between historical significance and monetary value. Collectors today view it as more than just a coin. It is a memento of heritage, a symbol of rarity, and a small metal disc that holds stories of a nation's legacy. As demand increases and awareness spreads, the price of this coin has seen significant jumps in the collector's market. While an average 10-cent coin is worth just that, 10 cents, this particular coin has fetched prices as high as $2,000 to $5,000, depending on its condition and clarity. In uncirculated or near-mint condition, with all details intact and no wear, collectors are willing to pay a premium to own such a mysterious treasure. But that's not all. In rare cases where the coin is graded professionally and sealed by certified grading companies, the value can exceed $6,000. Yes, you heard that right. A small 10-cent coin, if rare enough and well-preserved, can be worth over $1,000. That's the magic of numismatics, turning everyday currency into prized artifacts. Imagine checking your old jars, drawers, or coin albums and finding one of these 1988 no mint mark coins. You could be sitting on a hidden fortune and not even realize it. That's why coin collectors and treasure hunters alike are always on the lookout for such pieces. They are rare, they are valuable, and they are real treasures hiding in plain sight. So how can you tell if you have one? Take a close look at the obverse and reverse. The Queen's portrait should be the 1985 Raphael Maklauf design, and the reverse should feature the familiar lyrebird. Most importantly, there should be no small mint mark letter under the lyrebird's tail. If it's completely clean and mint mark free, you might just have struck gold, metaphorically, of course. Ladies and gentlemen, let this be your motivation to look closer at your coins. Don't overlook the humble 10-cent pieces rattling in your wallet or tucked away in jars. Each one holds a story, and sometimes, those stories can translate into real value. The 1988 no mint mark Elizabeth 10-cent coin is proof that even the smallest, most common-seeming item can hold immense worth in the right eyes. Collectors from across Australia and even international buyers are eager to add such coins to their collections. With limited quantities believed to be in existence and with more collectors searching every day, the value is only going to rise. Now is the time to act, now is the time to search, and now is the time to discover the hidden riches of Australian coinage. So the next time you come across an old coin, give it a second look. That 10-cent piece you were about to spend on a parking meter could instead fetch you hundreds, even thousands, if it's one of these rare 1988 no mintmark coins. Your fortune could be just one coin away. This is more than just a collector's item. It's a legacy, a hidden piece of history, and a true treasure in every sense. Keep your eyes open, search your change, and maybe, just maybe, you'll be the next lucky person to hold this Australian marvel in your hands. Next up, the remarkable and rare 1990 Australian Elizabeth II 10-cent coin with no mintmark, a coin that has captured the interest of collectors and continues to grow in value with each passing year. This isn't just another 10-cent piece. This coin is a mysterious and highly sought-after variant from a very specific time in Australian coinage history. Most 10-cent coins from 1990 were struck in large numbers and circulated widely across the country. However, a very small quantity of these coins came out differently, with no mintmark at all. And it's this lack of mintmark that turns a simple everyday coin into a true collector's prize. To understand why this coin matters, let's take a step back and explore the historical context. By 1990, Australia had firmly established its decimal currency system, and the coinage was relatively stable. But within the routine production of coins at the Royal Australian Mint, anomalies occasionally occurred. One such anomaly was the release of a small batch of 10-cent coins that, whether intentionally or by error, lacked the small identifying mintmark usually found beneath the lyrebird's tail feathers. The mintmark, usually a tiny letter or symbol, signifies the coin's origin, helping collectors trace when and where a coin was made. When that mark is missing, especially in a specific mintage year like 1990, it makes the coin stand out. For the sharp-eyed collector, it becomes a beacon of rarity. The 1990 no mintmark 10-cent coin is one of those pieces that doesn't show up in every collection and doesn't appear in general circulation often. That scarcity is precisely what drives its value. Right now, this coin has already started to gain momentum in numismatic circles. Collectors from around the country and even internationally are seeking it out, and its value continues to climb steadily. In top-condition coins that are uncirculated, with crisp detail and minimal to no wear, this coin can sell for up to $2,500 or more, depending on how pristine the example is. Professionally graded coins can command even higher prices, particularly if the grade is near flawless. The interesting part is that this coin is still vastly underappreciated by the general public. Many people may unknowingly hold onto one without realizing its potential. This makes it a sleeper in the market, a coin with high upside, low awareness, and increasing desirability. And that is a golden opportunity for smart collectors and investors. The question many ask is, can the 1990 no mintmark 10-cent coin become even more valuable in the future? The answer is yes, absolutely. As awareness grows and more collectors begin hunting for this elusive piece, the available supply will shrink. That's how coin markets work. Rarity plus demand equals rising value. Over the next 5 to 10 years, if current trends continue, this coin could easily reach values between $5,000 to $7,000, especially if new discoveries or high-profile auctions bring it further into the spotlight. The key, as always, is condition. Coins that are well-preserved, stored away from scratches, and untouched by heavy circulation are the ones that bring in the highest prices. If you think you might have a 1990 10-cent coin with no mintmark, now is the time to inspect it closely. Get a magnifying glass, study the details, and if you confirm it's one of these rare varieties, consider having it graded and protected. Even if you don't find one today, this should inspire you to start looking. Checking your loose change, your parents' old piggy banks, and even rolls of coins from the bank could turn into a treasure hunt. That's the excitement of numismatics. You never know what piece of history and value might come your way. The thrill of the hunt is very real, and coins like the 1990 no mintmark 10-cent make that adventure all the more exciting. Collectors don't just buy coins for their metal or face value. They buy them for the story, the scarcity, the history. The 1990 No Mintmark coin ticks all those boxes. It represents a rare production error or intentional low mintage issue. It connects directly to Australia's decimal coin lineage, and it now plays a role in the growing community of serious Australian coin enthusiasts. And let's not forget, these coins aren't just valuable to collectors. Investors, too, are beginning to pay attention. Coins like this have the potential to outperform traditional investments over time, especially as their rarity becomes more widely recognized. For those thinking long-term, holding on to or acquiring this coin now could be a smart move toward future profit. Ladies and gentlemen, the time to act is now. Search through your change. Ask your family members to check their old drawers. Visit coin shows, auctions, and trusted dealers. Because every year that passes makes this coin harder to find and more valuable to own. The window of opportunity is open, but it won't be forever. This is not just another coin. This is a piece of Australia's coinage story. It's a hidden gem that could be worth hundreds today, and perhaps thousands tomorrow. Don't let this opportunity pass you by. Coins like this remind us that even the smallest things can carry great value. Next up, the 1998 Australian Elizabeth II 10-cent coin with no mintmark. This tiny piece of metal has grown in interest and value in recent years, and it's time you understood why it holds such power in the world of collectors. If you've been overlooking your 10-cent pieces, this video might just change how you see pocket change forever. Let's begin by turning back the pages of Australian coin history to the year 1998. It was a time of transition and modernization in currency production. The Royal Australian Mint was maintaining routine decimal currency minting, but as always, small mysteries can emerge in the most unexpected places. That's where this 10-cent coin comes into the spotlight. Unlike most 10-cent coins, which include a mint mark to identify the mint of origin, a certain number of coins struck in 1998 were released without any mint mark whatsoever. And it's this small difference that makes all the difference. The no mint mark feature isn't just a simple design omission. In numismatics, the absence of a mint mark, especially in years where it was typically included, can dramatically affect a coin's rarity and desirability. When collectors identify that a particular year features an unmarked variant in very limited numbers, it becomes an instant target for acquisition. That's exactly what has happened with the 1998 no mintmark 10-cent coin, a silent star among Australian decimal issues. Now, let's talk about why it was created. This coin was part of the regular circulation issue, produced to meet the country's daily transaction needs. But it is believed that a small number of these coins were either minted for specific collector sets or accidentally struck without the mint mark. Some theories suggest these could be trial strikes or early runs before the mint mark die was implemented. Whatever the reason, this tiny group of mint mark-free coins entered the market and has since become one of the rarest varieties for collectors seeking modern 10-cent pieces. The demand for this coin is steadily increasing. Coin communities across Australia and internationally have been showing more and more interest in acquiring it. Forums, collector groups, and auction platforms frequently feature discussions around the elusive 1998 no mintmark 10-cent coin. It's not just the experienced numismatists who are looking for it. Casual collectors, coin shop owners, and even investors are starting to pay attention. It's a coin that's gaining traction fast. As for its current value, it varies depending on condition. Coins that have seen normal use might be valued around $200 to $500, but coins in higher grades, especially those in uncirculated condition, can reach $1,500 to $3,000 or more. If professionally graded by a recognized coin grading service and placed in a protective slab, the value can jump significantly higher. Rarely offered high-grade examples have pushed toward the $5,000 mark in some cases. What makes this coin even more exciting is its potential. Because it is still not widely recognized by the general public, many people are unaware of its value. That means there are still coins out there, hiding in drawers, piggy banks, and forgotten collections. And once those remaining examples are found and stored away by collectors, the market supply will tighten dramatically, which could push the value up even further in the coming years. Imagine having a coin today that's worth a few $100s and watching its price double or triple in just 5 or 10 years. That is the kind of future potential the 1998 no mintmark 10-cent coin holds. As more people wake up to its rarity, demand is only expected to increase. This isn't just a collector's piece anymore. It's becoming an investment in historical metal. One of the most motivating facts is that people across Australia are actively looking for this coin. Online marketplaces see regular listings with competitive bidding. Social media pages dedicated to coin collecting often showcase lucky finds, and buyers are ready to pay premium prices for coins in top condition. Every time a coin is bought and placed into a private collection, the number of available pieces shrinks, making the remaining ones even more valuable. This creates the perfect environment for coin hunters and collectors. With awareness rising and inventory shrinking, there has never been a better time to start searching. Whether you're digging through your coin jar or buying rolls from the bank to examine, your odds of finding a 1998 no mintmark 10-cent coin may still be higher now than in the near future. But that window won't stay open forever. Coins like this one tell a bigger story. They remind us that even small everyday objects can carry extraordinary worth. That something as simple as a missing mintmark can turn an ordinary coin into a rare collectible with increasing value. It's not about the metal, the denomination, or the weight. It's about the rarity, the historical context, and the passion of collectors who understand its true importance. And let's be honest, how many times have we let coins slip through our fingers without a second glance? What if the very coin you spent at the shop last week was one of these rare treasures? That's why you must always pay attention. One lucky discovery could change your entire perception of everyday change. The 1998 Elizabeth II 10-cent coin with no mintmark is not just valuable now, it holds immense promise for the future. As its scarcity grows and awareness continues to spread, its value could climb to $8,000 or more in the next decade, especially for pristine, certified examples. That's the beauty of collecting, turning today's overlooked coin into tomorrow's prize. Ladies and gentlemen, don't wait for this opportunity to pass you by. Check your coins. Educate your friends and family. Start building your collection with knowledge and curiosity. This coin might be small, but its impact is big. And who knows? You could be the next proud owner of one of Australia's most exciting decimal coin rarities. If you found this video helpful and exciting, be sure to like, subscribe to CU Coin Value, and hit the bell icon so you never miss out on the next big coin discovery. The world of coins is full of surprises, and this 1998 no mintmark 10-cent piece is proof that treasure still exists. You just have to know where to look. Keep collecting, keep hunting, and remember, value is everywhere if you take the time to see it.